should not be relied upon as such. Any statements or opinions are subject to change without notice. Information presented is for educational purposes only and does not intend to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk and, unless otherwise stated, are not guaranteed. Information expressed does not take into account your specific situation or objectives and is not intended as recommendations appropriate for any individual. Listeners are encouraged to seek advice from a qualified tax, legal, or investment advisor to determine whether any information presented may be suitable for their specific situation. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. This radio show is a paid placement.
The proceeding was paid for by Net Worth Advisors. Information on the program was intended to solely further the public's general knowledge about the product. Opinions expressed should not be relied upon for any purpose by any member of the audience. News Radio KDKA does not guarantee the accuracy of any of the information heard on the preceding program.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
News, weather, traffic, and business every day. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Allison Keyes in Minneapolis. People gathered for a community celebration of love and justice to honor Renee Good and Alex Preddy and others who have lost their lives over interactions with ICE officers. This as the Trump administration ends the crackdown in Minnesota. But there's a surprising problem for drivers who are caught up in dragnets.
When ICE arrests people, their cars are often left behind, abandoned. Enter Juan Leon, owner of Leo's Towing.
Seeing that there was a need for somebody to help out, help clear the streets out and get the people back their vehicles.
Donations from across the country are paying for the tows, but Leon says not everyone is happy with them.
For the last probably 3 weeks, we've been getting nothing but death threats.
Driver Gonzalo Villegas says dropping the cars off is always emotional.
All I can do is give them a hug and tell them, hopefully things will get better.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Investigators were busy overnight as they raced to find clues in a search for Nancy Guthrie. CBS's Anna Schechter.
Neighbors were kept from going home last night until like midnight, 1 a.m. Eastern time. So we saw those cars going home. I bet that detectives are going to be talking to all those neighbors. Clearly, there was something about that house and that area that was serious enough that they wanted to go and full court press on.
The widow of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny spoke with the media today after 5 European allies blamed the Kremlin for killing him.
2 years ago, I was here. It was the most horrible day in my life. I came to the stage and I said that my husband, Alexei Navalny, was poisoned. What could else happen with Putin's #1 enemy? in Russian prison.
There's a partial government shutdown after deal on funding the Department of Homeland Security. TSA workers are again working without pay, as they did in last year's record full government shutdown. CBS's Willie James Inman on what to expect.
Along with the TSA, the funding lapse will impact other agencies under DHS, including FEMA and the Coast Guard. But ICE and Customs and Border Protection operations will continue after their funding was secured in the One Big Beautiful Bill last year.
8 years ago today, 17 people were killed in that high school shooting in Parkland, Florida. 14 students and 3 staffers died that day, and there have been memorials and other events throughout the state. Flags are flying at half-staff in Florida in honor of the lives lost. Some schools held tributes to the victims, reading their names aloud. This is CBS News.
Go to the ends of the earth, half a world away. Reach for the stars.
If I take time to think, they might go get Brad.
On CBS, Sunday morning.
You're next to order. Please pull forward.
You know, Josh, when you said you were springing for lunch, I didn't think you meant drive-through fast food.
Ah, come on, man. Money's been tight lately, and these high gas prices are killing me.
You pay full price at the pump? Get your head out of the sand and start using Upside.
What's Upside?
Come on, dude. Upside is the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it every time I fill up my tank.
Does that really add up?
I've already banked around $200.
That's serious cash.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah, I'm ordering the free Upside app to start earning cash back on every gallon of gas I buy.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ORDER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ORDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ORDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
As the world watches the Winter Olympics, there are worries about climate change.
American biathlete Chloe Levins has faced challenges in her career.
It is jarring to arrive at a venue and see a strip of white snow in a green field, and that's our racetrack.
In Italy, 85% of the snow at the Games is artificial, and a study found that by 2050, fewer than a dozen cities could be able to host the Winter Olympics in a natural snow environment. Karl Stoss is president of Austria's Olympic Committee.
It is extremely important for the future of the winter sport that global greenhouse gas emissions are reduced.
Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The North American International Toy Fair is on in New York City, tapping into the $27 billion domestic toy market. Thousands of people from nearly 100 nations are there, and yeah, there's Star Wars merch. Allison Keys, CBS.
Attention. The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Warmer this afternoon, sun followed by some clouds and a high of 50, then rather cloudy, low 37 tonight. Occasional rain, high 45 for tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hey, Saturday afternoon, a beautiful day, beautiful day. And you know what, we're in for, I guess, till the rest of February. Beautiful weather. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm hoping you have a great day. I'm hoping you're with your sweetheart, and it's going to be great. So I want to begin today with a lot of the way I do a lot of Saturdays, with a phenomenal sneak preview of Joe Mystic's column in tomorrow's Trib. You know, but by the way, I'm going to ask Joe about Pam Bondi. You know, yesterday, I predicted yesterday on the air that Pam Bondi's her attitude, her belligerence in a House meeting is going to be disastrous for her. And I need to ask Joe Mystic, who is a law professor, political strategist, chief of staff for Sophie Maslow, and a heavy hitter in the Pittsburgh region and politics and beyond. Joe, happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, same to you, Michael.
I'll get to that Pam Bondi thing in a minute. I hope you don't mind me asking you, but I know you.
No, I don't mind.
I know you hang around with a lot of big shot judges and lawyers, and I think the legal community must be buzzing about it. But I want to get to your column first, which is kind of related and connected as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
And I like to do this. I like to do this on Saturdays. We don't do it every Saturday, but when one of your columns tricks my trigger, I love to get the sneak preview, and you can get it tonight online around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and tomorrow as well. So here it is. And I read a little. I don't read the whole thing, so don't panic. But Joe, this it's timely and it's hit a nerve, and it will hit a nerve. No one should be surprised that Donald Trump thinks that advising someone to obey the law should be an indictable offense. But the refusal of a federal grand jury to indict 6 members of Congress for doing just that show that common sense can still prevail. All 6 are military or intelligence service veterans who made a video that urged current members of those services to refuse illegal orders that would be threats to our Constitution. That was in response to Trump's use of the military to punish those who oppose his political agenda. Trump flipped out over the video and posted this response on social media. Seditious behavior, in cap letters. Punishable by, in capital letters, death. Then, as he so often does, he turned to his Justice Department and the FBI to do his bidding. Pittsburgh area Congressman Chris DeLuzio was one of those targeted by Trump. After the grand jury refused to indict, DeLuzio issued a statement saying that Trump and his enablers may want Americans to be afraid to speak out or to disagree, but patriotism demands courage in this moment. DeLuzio, an Annapolis graduate and combat veteran, added in capital letters, "Don't give up the ship." Trump's racist post on his social media account depicting Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama as primates made worldwide headlines more than a week ago. Trump left the images up for hours, and his spokesperson called criticism of his post fake outrage. It was finally taken down after bipartisan protests, but Trump still said, "I didn't make a mistake." The news media has already moved on, but this deranged post should never be forgotten. Running in his first term as president, Trump insulted the Muslim Arab American Gold Star parents whose U.S. Army captain's son was killed in Iraq. Trump also denigrated American prisoners of war during the campaign when he spoke of Senator John McCain's time as a Vietnam War POW, saying, quote, "He's not a war hero. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured." I'm skipping around here. Now, this is towards the end. You might question why it's important to remember all these things, but all these people deserve to be remembered and respected for who they really are and not for who Trump tried to make them out to be. The patriots are military veterans and their families, the disabled, Americans who have been bullied and disrespected because of their race or religion deserve better. Many of them are the very people we think of when we are proud to be Americans. Joe, it's hit a nerve with me, and the timing was amazing. And yesterday, a federal judge threw out any indictment against Senator Mark Kelly, who was one of the 6 that you mentioned with DeLuzio.
Yeah, indeed. I just don't think you can let this guy slide because the day after insulting someone or demeaning someone, he ups the ante on someone else. I mean, he wants you to forget about all the things he said yesterday by eclipsing them with even more outrageous behavior today. And life doesn't work that way for anybody else. For anybody else, you're responsible for your words, for your actions. Are you responsible for the insulting behavior you might engage in? And I don't believe you should be forgiven. You own those words. You own them. They came from you. And when you hurt people, or when you try to hurt people, it's your responsibility. You can't just keep rolling straight ahead and rolling over people.
I could never get my arms around the fact that the things that come out of his mouth are just like smoke in the wind to his hardcore supporters. They get mad at me, and if you think that I'm going to forget that he made fun of a person with his disability, you don't understand me whatsoever. And they get mad. They get mad.
As we all do.
They get mad at me when I bring it up.
We all have disabled members of our family with one disability or another. And I can't ever forgive that.
Never.
He's shown no remorse. He's never apologized. And I got to tell you, he lost me that day. So people say, well, maybe you have Trump derangement syndrome. No, I'm responding to his behavior. His words.
Of course, and Trump has
That's
Obama.
all. I'm just saying, hey, anybody that acts like this, that's not the guy for me.
And Trump has Obama derangement syndrome and Biden derangement syndrome. Believe me, he can't. He can't stop. Thank you very much. He can't stop. And if you think, I think it's critically important to and they can dismiss it out of hand. I think it's critically important to remember everything that's come out of his mouth.
I think it is too, and I've just touched on a few highlights, as you know. But...
I know, and listen, the list, you could have written this, you could have, have 100 more pages, all the things.
Yes.
If you think that I'm going to forget that a schizophrenic, mentally ill man shot his mother and father, Rob Reiner and his wife, to death, and Rob Reiner, one of the most celebrated, respected entertainers and directors and actors and an all-around decent man. And Donald Trump said Rob Reiner died because he didn't support, he had issues with Donald Trump. I'm not going to forget that, are you?
No. And I would go back to the Obamas. He put their faces on the bodies of primates. And acts like, there was no big deal. In fact, the media, within a week, had blown past that and was talking about other things that he had said more recently. I don't think you can just forget about those things. It's important that we remember those things. It's important to the dignity of the people he's insulted that we remember those things.
Absolutely. And listen, he hurts people. He hurts people, and his hardcore supporters think nothing of it. That they don't hold him accountable. They don't. And I think, and I'm sorry, I think, I know you hang around a lot of big shot judges and lawyers, and you're the legal world is your world and political world. But yesterday, or was it the day before, the Pam Bondi testimony?
Day before, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So, and after my next segment, I'm going to replay that, because today, right-wing pundits and Republicans are coming after her because she crossed the line again. What do lawyers say about? And I'm sorry, Joe. This, in my view, the Pam Bondi mouthy, belligerent, condescending, disrespectful behavior is an extension of her boss and what he's done over the years and what we're talking about. What do lawyers say? She is the Attorney General of the United States. What are your people saying?
Well, I've done business with Janet Reno and Bill Barr, two widely disparate people politically, both attorneys general of the United States.
You've done business with Clarence Thomas. I remember it.
That's right. And Pete Flaherty was my good friend. He was Deputy Attorney General of the United States. I have good friends who've been U.S. attorneys here from both parties in the Western District of Pennsylvania, and people are embarrassed. Lawyers are embarrassed. Anyone who has been associated with the Justice Department in the past is embarrassed. Our U.S. Attorney's Office here, and I would suggest across the nation, the Department of Justice, whether you agreed with their actions or disagreed, they've been known for their forthrightness, for dignity and decorum. They protect the rights of people, even the accused. They're very, very careful about who gets charged, when, and how. But they're struggling right now. Some of them are hurt, especially those who've devoted their life to the Department of Justice, who are now going to be painted with this same brush that Pam Bondi has managed to generate, to inflict upon the nation. It's just it's shameful behavior. It's transparent. I think she has. Actually, I saw something today about how sometimes you're your own worst enemy. Well, she clearly was her own worst enemy. I think she may have done herself in right there.
I think this was acutely, to use your word, embarrassing. And if Republicans and conservative pundits are coming after her today, that she's got to go. She's got to go. I mean, this is. But Joe, listen, don't forget, this isn't the first time she's done this.
Oh no, but I think some of the Republican pundits that may be coming after her now are only doing so because the public response has been real negative, and she's become a political liability. Now her boss seemed to like her mouth off, kind of give it back to him, go on the attack, never answer any real questions, accuse your questioners of being the ones who are doing something wrong. He seems to like that in his people. But when it begins to cut into their political fortunes in the coming midterms, I think it becomes something else.
If moderate Republicans are at risk of losing their seats coming up here in the midterms, damn well they were shivering in fear watching that disrespectful, belligerent woman, which she mouthy what she had to say in that hearing, and listen, Joe, the reaction was clear from the Republican side. I mean, and she's doing them no favors.
Well, I think she's now fallen into the category of the other people around Trump whose routine worked at first, and people gave him a pass anyways. But I think the act has gotten old.
Yeah.
And I'd love to get back to the point where people have some respect for our institutions. What this does is it tears down the public respect for our institutions, and some people think that that's the whole purpose of this, so that we'll be left with an authoritarian who will say, "Don't worry about it. I'll make all the decisions. You don't have to worry about anything. These institutions are failing us."
And the law is secondary.
If you make them fail us, it's another matter, right?
Yeah, and the law is secondary.
Yes.
It's secondary, and the agenda is first, and that's the deal. Wow, it's crazy. Joe, thanks for the time. Get Joe's article tomorrow, this column in the Trib. Joe, did I say that right? It's around 7:30. They can get it tonight online, right?
Well, I think it's a little earlier these days.
All right.
And we're in the weekend edition, which means it's in print on Saturday morning for the weekend edition.
Oh.
And it will be online probably around 6 p.m.
Okay, so they can run out and get the print version today. Okay.
Yeah,
Joe,
exactly.
Great job. Super article. I always love when you come on with me. Thanks a lot.
Great talking with you.
All right, and I see that our callers, a number of them, want to react to the Joe Mystic interview. And when I get back, and I'll get to your calls, I see a whole lot of you on the line. I'll get to your calls in a minute. When I get back, I want to replay that Pam Bondi, what I'm talking about, in case you missed it. I'll be right back.
Now more than ever, we're the station you can trust for the information you need. KDKA.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Obsessed with pizza? So are they at Slice on Broadway. The 2025 winner of World's Best Cheese Pizza Slice is right here in the Berg with 6 Pittsburgh locations, always serving delicious New York-style pizza, hoagies, and salads. Order yours today. Visit sliceonbroadway.com. This winter, help keep Western Pennsylvania families warm. Support Dollar Energy Fund by bidding in the online Warmathon auction at warmathon.com. For nearly 20 years, Warmathon has helped provide critical utility assistance to neighbors in need. Bid today and help make a difference this winter. New to Rivers Casino? Join now and earn up to $1,000 free slot play. Stop by Rush Rewards on your next visit to start earning today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
Larry Richard for CertaPro Painters. For more than a decade, I've been working with CertaPro Painters doing great work for me, and now is the time. Get a free estimate, get on the schedule at the right price. You never have to wonder what's next with CertaPro Painters. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay, welcome back. Let me just sneak in a few items here, and then after news at the bottom of the hour to begin your phone calls. Nancy and Sewickley, you were first. Don't worry. I'm gonna get to you first. Don't worry. So everybody chill out and hang in there. I know you want to talk about what Joe Mystic had to say, but, you know, I referred to the Pam Bondi thing. Today, several Republicans, I think they're panicked now about the midterms and the Pam Bondi attitude. It was nails on a chalkboard, just like Kristi Noem. I'm not picking on women. My heavens, Jesus have mercy on us. But well, Noem just stands up and lies. You can't, and I can't take that. But the Pam Bondi thing reached a new level. She's done this before. She was so belligerent in front of Congress. And today, some Republicans are calling for her to resign. There's a conservative radio host, I never heard of him, Eric Erickson. I don't listen to conservative media. He called on President Trump to fire Bondi if she doesn't resign on her own. This guy Erickson said, quote, when the Attorney General of the United States is asked why she has prosecuted no one related to Jeffrey Epstein, and this is her answer, she should be fired or resign. And her answer was related to the stock market, that the stock market's doing so well, which I think is A, disrespectful, B, crazy. So when the stock market goes down, what, she thinks Trump's a bum? I don't know what she was saying. But this guy continued. He said, but neither will happen, which is another reason the Democrats are going to have a good election year. Wow. Because this thing did not help Republicans, and this was Bondi's testimony.
This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get, you're a failed politician.
Not a complicated question.
Well, I guess it is for you because you have a law degree and those are privileged. Do you even know who Chase Mulligan is? You're so obsessed with, you don't, do you?
I'm going to teach you the rules again.
Have you apologized to President Trump? Have you apologized to President Trump, all of you who participated in those impeachment hearings against Donald Trump? Nothing about helping crime in her district. She's not even worth getting into the details.
Excuse
me, I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question. the way. I want to answer the question.
No, and I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
You're a lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Arlen,
you don't get to reclaim
because
time
this
when
is
you
bigger
don't,
than
when
Watergate.
When I don't answer a question the way you
goes
want.
over.
Only 2 people voted against it, and you were one of them, hypocrite.
But we're going to move back to you.
I bet we are.
Yes, of course, because you're here to testify.
That was the Attorney General of the United States of America. The Attorney General of the United States of America. Can you relate to the fact that that was just a tiny little snippet. Tiny. And some Republicans now want her fired or have her resign. She's in over her head. Look, this I don't know. This is just yet another thing that's difficult to explain. I don't get it. And you want to know why Republicans are paranoid now about the midterms? I mean, and she's the Trump-appointed Attorney General. She should be fired immediately. I'll be back.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Let's be honest. The hearing aid industry is broken. Overpriced clinics, pushy appointments, bills of $5,000 or more. That's the trap they hope you fall into. Don't let it happen. Audien Hearing is the escape. Their FDA-registered hearing aids cost just a fraction of the big brands, starting at only $98. Instead of paying as much as $5,000 plus all the doctor appointments and wasted time, you get what you need with no prescriptions, no office visits, no time wasted, and no crazy price tag. Call 800-700-HEAR. That's HEAR. Audien's cutting-edge devices are rechargeable, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. Try them risk-free for 45 days with lifetime support and real human help just a phone call away. Over 1 million people have already said yes to Audien Hearing. Join them. Don't let them take advantage of you. Break free from the trap. Call now 800-700-HEAR. That's HEAR for a very special offer. 800-700-HEAR or 800-700-4327.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we're here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
News, weather, traffic, and business every day. Hear it on News Radio KDKA. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief.
On the down!
People in Minneapolis gathered for a celebration of love and justice this afternoon to honor Renee Good, Alex Predis, and others who have died after being confronted by ICE officers. There's a partial government shutdown in the nation over ICE enforcement tactics, and some Democrats, including Washington State Congressman Adam Smith, aren't sorry.
Protection of the rights of all Americans to not be subject to the type of violence, coercion, and detention that Trump has unleashed on America through ICE? You're damn right it's worth standing up for.
5 European governments are blaming Russia for killing a Kremlin critic, British Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper.
Only the Russian government had the means, the motive, and the opportunity to use that toxin against Alexei Navalny in prison.
Russia has denied the allegation. CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keyes.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found GoodRx. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's GoodRx, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to GoodRx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Fantastic February savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, center cut boneless pork loin chops or roasts are $2.99 a pound. In the produce department, Sunkist Jumbo, Cara or Navel oranges, 10 for $10. In our deli department, Coons pepperoni rolls are $4.49 each. An additional savings this week, Eggland's Best large eggs, 1 dozen cartons, 2 for $5.
Coons Market, that special place in your neighborhood, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Philips Heating and Air Conditioning knows a comfortable home is more important than ever. Does your home have rooms that are too hot or too cold? With a multi-zone solution from Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, you can keep every room at just the right temperature. Philips Heating and Air Conditioning is your local Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning diamond contractor and can help with all your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs. Visit phillipsheating.com or call 412-431-6563.
Julian Gray Associates has the most certified elder law attorneys of any law firm in the nation, right here in Pittsburgh. They also have experienced social workers so that you can prepare a plan to age with dignity that you can afford. Visit grayelderlaw.com.
When it's time to replace your appliances, Lowe's has you covered. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. And members get more like free delivery, haul away, basic installation and parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select major appliances. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 2/25 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Florida. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sun followed by some clouds this afternoon. It'll be warmer with a high of 50, then rather cloudy, low 37 tonight. Clouds and occasional rain with a high of 45 tomorrow. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, we'll be back on Monday. Lots to talk about. As always, Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6. Catch you on Monday right here, KDK.
Okie dokie. In the meantime, it's Saturday today, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. We got some nice weather coming. Ooh, baby. It'll be a nice week. Yeah, Michael Bartley with you on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDK, and we like to hit it hard here on a Saturday. We like to get to the nitty gritty. By the way, I want to. I'm going to knock off a few phone calls here now, but there's new polling out, and it's fascinating. And I tell you, Republicans aren't happy about this either. I guess the polling is showing, and even in the Rasmussen reports, which is the conservative, ultra-conservative pollster, Trump is even having issues with MAGA supporters now. The polling is showing that a year into his term, voters believe Joe Biden was a better president than Donald Trump after the first year. Yeah, he's got some issues. And then, for Republicans running in the midterms, this Pam Bondi thing was I mean, a gazillion different things. I mean, a lot of things, but this is the latest. And I don't know. Maybe some of you might know someone that belligerent in a congressional hearing. Someone that defensive and demeaning, condescending, rude, repugnant. Maybe you can tell me. I don't know. Okay, we are going. Nancy in Sewickley. Nancy, it's good to have you back. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you, Michael.
You bet.
When you're a mayor of a city and you pick the wrong police chief, you go and you correct your error and say, I've made a mistake and I need better judgment. If you're on a school board and you pick teachers that are not working out, you admit your mistake and you correct your problem. We have two senators now, Fetterman and McCormick, who both voted for Pam Bondi.
And I find that hard to believe, and I'm okay with both of them. But I can't believe they did it. I can't believe. Do you have to think that after yesterday and her last appearance, that Dave McCormick and John Fetterman had to regret it? McCormick's a Republican. I'm totally fine. I'm cool with him. He's a decent man, and I know a lot of people who work for him, and I'm okay with Dave McCormick. He's kind of a moderate country club Republican type guy. Why they did that, they got to be second guessing themselves.
Well, they need to step up. They need to ask for her resignation, and they need to correct the problem and say that they need to appoint a new attorney general. When she went in that hearing and she was talking about the Dow, and she had her back to those Epstein victims, and she wouldn't even acknowledge them. I mean, this woman should not be attorney general.
And she blamed. She did what the MAGA people do, because Trump does it. She blamed Merrick Garland. Number one, she couldn't answer. She just couldn't do it, and Trump does all that too, because Trump has Biden and Obama derangement syndrome type thing. And anything that he doesn't do well, which is a lot of things, he blames his predecessors. But he's a year in. He owns this now.
Well, a lot of Trump's cabinet, there's some questionable people in this cabinet of his. You see the thing about Dr. Oz, where he knew that Epstein was involved with these women, and he still went to a Valentine's Day party. You see the Secretary of Commerce, this Howard Lutnick, who, after Epstein was convicted, he went down there
and had lunch with him,
and had lunch with him,
and pretended before that he didn't, but they caught him.
Right. And then did you hear about the Secretary of Navy? Did you hear about him?
I don't think so.
This man was appointed as Secretary of Navy, had no military experience whatsoever, okay? He lives in Colorado with his wife. His living room floor has mirrors on it. So when people come in, do you know how that's sickening. That's absolutely sick. And these are the people that are in his cabinet and are running these offices. We need to have politicians now, the good ones, that are going to step up and say, these people need to be removed. And I'm going to make a motion on the floor that they are removed.
Or get just round up some of the Republicans in the Senate, the ones that have juice, and go to the Oval Office and say, you got to get her out. You got to get her out. Look, what was the word Joe Mystic used? The word was embarrassing. And it's even more than that. This was like vile. I've never seen such anger. Did you see it in person? Her face. And I'm thinking, is she this defensive because she's in over her head? And she's the Attorney General. I keep saying this, I know, but she's the Attorney General of the United States. Do you understand what I mean? What was the guy's name that was in? Go ahead.
Well, she was like that when she went through her hearings to be appointed Attorney General. That's why I don't understand why our two senators didn't see through her, because she was like that. I listened to the hearing when, like I said, when she went through the hearing to be appointed Attorney General.
Yeah, and
so, they need to do something about this. They can't continue, because she's not serving the people of the United States. She's serving Trump.
I totally agree with you. Totally. I think that his agenda of retribution, of all of that, and then on this whole business of Deluzio and Mark Kelly and all that type stuff that Mystic's column is about. The judges are like, what? No, and this is what they're pushing. Is Trump's cycle of retribution? It's crazy, and I think that her attitude, her rudeness at that hearing reflected the fact that she knows deep down that she's doing everything she's not effective, and she's not doing what an attorney general traditionally does, and she it's all retribution, but she can't answer a question because that she has to sort of cover it up and be combative to deflect the truth. Don't you agree?
Yeah, well, like I said, let us hope that our two state senators, or our two federal senators, should I say, do something about it. Let's see, what they do.
If you're a Republican running in the midterms, if I was doing the commercials for a Democrat in a tight district, I would play Pam Bondi, and I would play Kristi Noem over and over and over and over. I would on commercials. Yeah. That's what I would do. Because like we were talking earlier, Joe and I I think they think with the distractions every day, a distraction to cover up the jackpot from the day before, that people are going to forget, and it's meaningless, and that's not what he said, and it's not what he meant. No, we're not that stupid. We're just not.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely, okay? and thank you. Thanks so much to take time out to call me. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the deal. So, when I get back, and I see I have a gazillion callers on the line here, and don't worry, I'm getting to you. If you're having trouble getting through, it's because the lines are jammed. But I'll get to you. But when I get back here in a minute, I want to lay out some of this new polling. And it's traditional. The Rasmussen poll, Rasmussen Research, is a Trump-friendly pollster. And MAGA is really mad at them. Super mad at them. That's all I'll say for now. I'll come back and I'm going to lay this out for you, and then you can go on. So any of these issues we can talk about, but I got to get to the phone. A lot of folks are on hold. I'll get to you. In the meantime, Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
We're only 68 days until the draft. Everything you need to know surrounding the draft is right here. It's brought to you by Bill Few Associates Wealth Management, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-885-8877. 800-885-8877. Again, that's 800-885-8877.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found Good RX. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's Good RX, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Are you struggling with hearing loss? Do friends and family complain that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to repeat themselves? If you want to hear clearly again, but don't want a bulky hearing aid that makes you look old, you need to try Atom X by Audion Hearing. The Atom X is a life-changing breakthrough, precisely designed by top audio engineers, fits comfortably in your ear, is nearly invisible, and lets you adjust your sound so you can hear conversations clearly, at home, at dinner, or on the go. And right now, you can try the Atom X risk-free for 45 days. Call Audion Hearing now at 800-295-HEAR. That's HEAR for a 45-day risk-free home trial with free shipping and money-back guarantee. The Atom X is lightweight, rechargeable, practically invisible, and costs 90% less than prescription hearing aids. Don't miss out. Call 800-295-HEAR for complete details. That's 800-295-4327. Hearing for everyone. Audion Hearing.
Italian subs for your finance team in Chicago. Easy Cater. Burritos for your call center crew in Plano. Easy Cater. Bagels for your sales reps meeting clients in Charlotte. Easy Cater. Hot chicken sandwiches for your third shift warehouse workers in Memphis. Easy Cater. Your teams may be spread out across the country, but you've got one platform to feed them all, whenever and wherever they work, with food they love from favorite restaurants. Easy Cater. Food for the workplace, all in one place. Order now at easycater.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hey, welcome back. Happy Valentine's Day. Beautiful day, baby. Oh, yes. All right, I promised I was going to share this as well. So there's a new question on the new polls out there, and the question's incredible. And I'm just reporting. So the majority of American voters believe Trump is becoming so toxic now, that politically toxic, that that Joe Biden, who, and I was one of the ones that wanted him out of the race, but Joe Biden was unpopular, not as unpopular as Trump. Anyway, that they believe Joe Biden now did a better job as president, according to 3 new polls. Which, and I can, do you think the White House can turn this around before the midterms? Do you think they can? I don't know. Not with Pam Bondi's testimony. Not with, what's that lady's name? Kristi Noem. Not with her testimony. Not with, no. So, and because it's just one thing after another. But the MAGA people, they like a president like this. They like all this chaos, negative, and darkness. They think it's wonderful. They probably were cheering and clapping with the Pam Bondi stuff yesterday or the day before. But not the Republicans running for re-election. I don't think so. But the MAGA folks probably, I'm just presuming. I don't know any MAGA folks that, well, maybe you'll call and tell me that, I'm not sure that I've heard any, the Republicans that criticized her, well, that ultra-right conservative, that podcast guy who's called Bondi to resign or be fired by Trump. I suspect he's MAGA, but I don't know. I never heard of him before. So anyway, the Harris poll, 51% of registered voters, and when you have results from registered voters, that's critically important. 51% of registered voters say Trump is doing a worse job than Biden, compared to 49% who say he's doing better than Biden. The Economist, and these polls are, the Economist poll was done February 6th to the 9th. The Economist poll the survey found that 46% of U.S. adults say Trump is doing a worse job than Biden, compared with 40% say he's doing better. Another 7% say about the same. About the same. Now, this is the interesting one for me. And, when conservatives and Republicans pay attention to polling, it's mainly done by the Rasmussen pollster. Rasmussen is a Trump-friendly pollster. Everybody knows that. Rasmussen is getting major criticism from the MAGA people, because the Rasmussen report, so the MAGA people are turning on Rasmussen. The Rasmussen poll now shows that 48% of likely voters say Joe Biden did a better job than Donald Trump as president. 48%. That's compared with 40% who chose Trump doing a better job than Joe Biden. And again, in the Rasmussen poll, 8% said, in the Rasmussen poll, 8% said that Donald Trump and Joe Biden have performed about the same. But don't you find that fascinating? I sure do. Oh, do I ever. Wow. Do I ever. I really do. And look, and the fascinating thing is that Trump blames everything on Biden. He has Biden derangement syndrome, and he blames all the rest of it on Obama. He has Obama derangement syndrome. Sure does, yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Wow. You know, I was looking, and polling is, you know, people like to favor one poll after another because of who's doing it, why they're doing it, all that type stuff, what the questions are. But these were the similar questions. They were. The Harris poll, Rasmussen poll, and the Economist poll were the same questions. Fascinating stuff. Okay, news at the top of the hour, and then I promise I'm going to get to your phone calls. I'm a little going on about stuff today. I can't help myself. I hope I'm not over elaborating for you, but I just can't help it. All right, it's Valentine's Day. I'll be right back after news.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
There is a 211 number. It's a helpline. Lieutenant Governor Austin Davis is trying to get a hike. It's part of the budget proposal. Joining us is Senator Wayne Fontana.
Certainly a credible and respected organization for many, many years. But it's a helpline for anyone that has any kind of issue.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
This is attorney Christine Brown Murphy with the law firm of Zachariah Brown. If you have a loved one in a nursing home, we need to talk. Give our office a call at 724-942-6200 or visit our website at pittsburghelderlaw.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Allison Keys. Lots of activity overnight as a frantic search continues for the 84-year-old mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, who has been missing for 2 weeks. CBS's Christiane Benavides with the latest.
Officers used a yellow tarp to cover the back of a Range Rover SUV that was being searched by FBI agents in Tucson, Arizona. The vehicle was parked near where investigators responded to a home in connection to the Nancy Guthrie disappearance. Multiple law enforcement agencies responded, including forensics and a SWAT team. A sheriff's deputy shut down the road. Both scenes are just minutes from the Guthrie residence. Initially, the sheriff said more details were coming in a written statement, but later on, in a post on social media, the sheriff wrote, because this is a joint investigation at the request of the FBI, no additional information is currently available.
In Minneapolis, People gathered to celebrate the lives of Renee Good and Alex Preddy. The two U.S. citizens were killed by ICE officers. There are memorials for them. There's a partial government shutdown over funding the Department of Homeland Security. CBS's Willie James Inman explains.
TSA agents will be among the thousands of essential workers required to continue working without pay after government funding for DHS lapsed early Saturday.
I've seen a lot of people that have been working for TSA for 22, 23 years already, and they've seen so many of these shutdowns.
Robert Echeverria has worked for the TSA for nearly a decade.
And the last shutdown, a lot of my peers couldn't go through that, and we had a lot of people quit because they couldn't go through the struggle.
Ukrainian President Zelensky is speaking out about the Russian war on Kyiv at the Munich Security Conference.
The Americans often return to the topic of concessions, and too often those concessions are discussed in the context only of Ukraine, not Russia.
There's new research about what people think about AI companions. KTVT-TV's Robbie Owens.
According to the Center for Democracy and Technology, 42% of students surveyed view an AI chatbot as a friend or companion. 19% consider AI a romantic relationship. Dallas-based Vantage Point Counseling shared study results that say 28% of adults claim to have at least one intimate or romantic relationship with an AI.
In New York City, there's a cafe where people can bring their AI companions on a date for a romantic evening as if they were both there in the flesh. This is CBS News.
Every Sunday, moderator Margaret Brennan goes face-to-face with top leaders to make you better informed. Face the Nation, Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
At the UPS store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS store. Be unstoppable.
Jewelry isn't the only thing costing an arm and a leg this Valentine's Day.
As if the 14 different cocos blended with milk and ice aren't enough, Serendipity 3 on New York City's Upper East Side has spiked its signature frozen hot chocolate with actual diamonds for Valentine's Day. Customers get a tiny mallet to crack open a hollow red milk chocolate heart on top, each with a sparkler nestled inside. They range in size from 0.1 to 1.2 carats. Value? Anywhere from $15 to $10,000. Whoever winds up with the 1.2 carat version gets to collaborate with designer Isabella Grutman on a signature piece of jewelry. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News, New York.
For Valentine's Day in New York, there are proposals and marriages in Times Square. Hundreds in San Francisco and Detroit are participating in Cupid's Undie Run, which is just what it sounds like. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Warmer this afternoon, sun followed by some clouds and a high of 50, then rather cloudy, low 37 tonight. Occasional rain, high 45 for tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the voice of Pittsburgh, Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Welcome back. Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDK. One of the, that Rasmussen poem telling you about that conservative pollster. One of the headlines in one of the papers read, Trump's favorite polling group delivers devastating blow. America likes Joe Biden more. Oh, my. No wonder the MAGA people are so mad at Rasmussen, and I'm sure they're getting death threats. That's because that's what they do. That's what they do. Okay, to the phones we go, and I'm going in order. Gary in Georgia. Gary, welcome back. Gary, you there? Gary, are you there? Okay, Gary, you're going to have to call me back. Are you there?
Are you there?
Now I got you. Now I got you. I
don't know what happened.
I got
you.
you.
Can hear me?
I got you. I can hear you now. Yes, I can.
Okay. All right, Michael. Thank you once more.
No worries.
Thank you. I'm going to attempt to even cut to the chase even more, if you will. This has been sure in our history, but especially now. Especially the last 20 years, 10 years, whatever you want to say. Well, especially the last 5 or 6, especially the last year, especially the last year. This is all about one thing. Above everything else, the rule of law.
Interesting. Agreed.
It is all about the rule of law. Now, you have to wonder, and I believe I have the answer. It's very simple. You have to wonder why, with all this going on, breaking the law, a so-called president with 31 felons, we elected a felon 31 times over to be president of the United States. So a lot of us, frankly, I'm sorry to say, need to look themselves in the mirror and be they're part of the problem. And they continue to be if they're going to back this guy. There's no incentive. My point is there's no incentive to do the right thing or follow the rule of law in our courts because the Supreme Court gave Trump a pass that he couldn't be indicted. He can just about, like you said, shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue in New York and not be indicted or charged on anything because the Supreme Court, who has loaded up on the Republican viewpoint in the end, has given this guy a pass. That translates into our everyday life with us. We can't get anything accomplished because of that. I think that's exactly what it is.
And to be fair, I think, and Trump got, 80 million votes and so forth and all that, and I'm not relitigating or reliving that, but I think the polls show, and even the conservative pollsters releasing
it's a little early. Early.
I know it is. I know, but I'm telling you. You said about them. You said about them looking themselves in the mirror. I think the numbers bear it out that a lot of people have, and that's okay. I've voted for people who ended up being totally ineffective and idiots, but listen. I think a lot of people have looked themselves in the mirror, Gary, and have said, I made a mistake, and that the numbers bear that out.
So how long can we overall, on balance, be our own worst enemy?
I don't know,
be more thoughtful and mature and realize a mistake has been made.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the rule of law? Why do you think? I call one of the worst trifectas in modern day history. Bondi, Levitt, the spokesman for Trump. Levitt, isn't her last name Levitt?
Yeah, I don't have a big problem.
All three of them.
I don't. Levitt.
No.
Is she the one that said the fake outrage or the fake outrage?
She's a little milder. She's milder.
I don't think she's as. I don't think she's on the same level as the other two.
But she's got a different kind of a job, though.
Yeah, I know she does. Yes, she does. She does. That's not an easy job. I've known people that have done it. No, I know it's not. But I'm not making excuses. But I think Bondi, Bondi's got to go. I can't imagine. This is the second time she's done this.
She's not going anywhere. I guarantee. I'd be willing to bet $1,000 to anybody. She's not going anywhere.
I think
he likes them. You know why? Wait, hold on. I'll let you. You know why? Because he likes a side to these people that are mean, miserable, and nasty. He likes that. He thinks that's being strong.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, there's maybe you're right. There is a
He likes them mean.
Yeah, some of the MAGA people that I know and love and their family or whatever, I think they can relate to this type of behavior as sort of a no, that's us, but like as a show of strength. When in the meantime, the rest of it we see it as the most embarrassing, most unprecedentedly embarrassing, demented, belligerent behavior by a United States Attorney General that we've ever seen.
But nothing happens to him because of the Trumpster. Nothing can happen to them. Nothing can happen to him because he's been given a pass by the Supreme Court, right? He's been given a pass.
I can't argue with it. I can't.
Well, all I can say
but I listen. Hey, listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
As when November comes around, look, if the price of gas ends up being 10 cents next week and a loaf of bread is 20 cents, and
not gonna happen.
And I know that. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if it happened, I still would never vote for someone like Donald Trump because of his character. Never.
He's a felon. 31. I mean, I'm not a perfect person. I made big mistakes in my life, but I don't know if I've been.
I have too. I totally have.
31 felons. Before I go, so just think about this, folks. You've been convicted of 31 felonies, and you were and we elected you president. Now, is there something wrong here? What do you think?
To me, there is. But for the hardcore MAGA folks, that I think they think that's good. I don't get that. I never have, never will. I don't know. And I think they think what Pam Bondi did and the audio that I played for you, they probably think that's good. I'm surmising they do. Now, I don't know. Just an answer to your question. That lady from Sewickley had a good thought.
What was that?
If people like McCormick and Fetterman and Republicans go to him and say, "You got to get rid of her,"
not going to happen.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I'm just saying. No, it's okay. I'm just saying.
Go to him, but they may go to him. But believe me, barring something else here, going to the next level with criticism against her, I don't think he'd even begin to think about getting rid of her. He likes them. He likes them lean, mean, and nasty. I'm telling you.
And this lady is that performance.
She's a brat. She's a brat.
That was the nastiest. And I'm sitting there watching it, thinking I'm dreaming that is the Attorney General.
Yeah.
This is what our government has become. That woman is the Attorney General.
Exactly, well put. Yeah. I will say this. I give credit. I still will give credit where credit's due. For 60 years old, she's an attractive woman. I will say that.
I think
she's doing pretty good.
I would say so. And I don't know who old Noam is. I think she's attractive too. But as you both,
not Noam. Not Noam.
But as you know, wait a minute. As you know,
with that hair and those earrings.
Wait. But as you know, that's hardly the point, and that's not why we're.
Well, I want to
know.
Be fair. I mean,
I know.
I want to be a little fair.
I got you.
All right,
Gary. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. All right. I appreciate
All
the call.
right.
And I'm going in order. Back to the phones when I get back. 866-391-1020. Michael Bartley.
Your source for official traffic information. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
What if you could buy a flippable, two-sided mattress made with the finest materials that cost less than other luxury brands? This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory, and this is exactly what you'll find with our new Orthos line, available exclusively at OMF. We build these by hand using premium materials like wool and cotton. It's old-world craftsmanship with modern comfort, our most extraordinary sleep system. Built locally at a price other luxury brands just can't match. Visit the Original Mattress Factory and experience the Orthos line for yourself.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found Good RX. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's Good RX, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Welcome back on this Saturday afternoon. We have a lot of fun on Saturdays, I'll tell you that right now. We do. We let it all hang out. We get to the nitty-gritty. Yes, we do. Back to the phones, and my phone panel is filled, so thank you for your patience, number one. If you're trying to get in, just be patient as we go along, okay? Anthony, and I'm going in order. Anthony in Oakland, you're next. Hi, Anthony.
You know, it is so difficult being a 47-year light Democrat. 47th year. Because the Democrats have this ridiculous ability to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Why in goodness name would they have a partial shutdown of the government over immigration? and how it's being enforced. Why? I mean, it's an absurdity. Now you're winning an issue, and so you decide to shut the government down. Wait, look, you'll get if they're supposed to be as successful as they say they are. When the midterms come, they'll take the government, and then they can enforce. They can push some of these enforcements that they want. But they just had a shutdown 2 months ago. Now these people are hurting or just getting back the money they lost. Now you shut it up for illegal immigration? This is an absurdity. And if I were the Republicans, I would be showing pictures of the empty border every day and showing just how ridiculous it is to shut down the government because some crazy liberals have decided this is the issue they want to fight on. Not groceries, not high rent, not the tariffs, illegal immigration. It makes no sense. And this is why I may become an independent. I
was just going to ask you. I know immigration is your issue. You call a lot about it. A couple points. Number one, I'm predicting nothing for the midterms. Nothing. 9 months is an eternity and a half in politics. B, Anthony, I think you are an independent.
No, I'm not. I am a blue dog Kennedy Democrat.
But listen, I tell you what. I have major issues with certain sects. I'll say SECT. And you and I have talked about this, and our party. And I have trouble with extremists in both parties. I do. I've thought of becoming an independent over the years as well. I don't know, but I don't worry. Don't worry. I think the ultra left progressives, the ultra right Republicans, the ultra right MAGA people they're hurting their party, and the ultra left progressive socialists hurt our party. And I know that Democrats get mad at me for saying that, but don't confuse me with somebody who cares. But I think no matter what, you can go on about immigration, you can go on about closing the government, you can go on about this or that. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, at least this is my view. I'm not telling you that was condescending. At the end of the day, I think this is becoming it is becoming Trump's character is what it is. It's an issue here. When I see Pam Bondi doing what she did the other day, people are talking a lot more about that than funding of Homeland Security. I think so.
That's their mistake. Yes, I do. Because look, let's say something about the so-called Epstein files. Okay, here's a lot of these rich people's and wealthy people's association with Epstein. He was a financier. He was one of the best in the world. So of course they're going to go to him for advice on money. That's what he did. Now, was he a freak? Yeah. But just because you knew him doesn't taint everybody. He was a venture capitalist, one of the wealthiest in the world. And he was also a Mossad agent. That's why when people sit around talking about, well, how come he wasn't convicted and how come he wasn't this and able to, because he worked for Mossad from Israel. That's their CIA. So he had connections. But I am so tired. As I just read the other day, a report back from the FBI said that Epstein was a dirty, crummy guy, but he wasn't a sex trafficker. That's what it said. So I mean, I'm so tired of Epstein. I want to know about tariffs and our gas, and there are more important. And how come we can't get snow removed on time? Those are the issues. I don't want to hear about Epstein. I am sick about illegal immigration. If you would stop the crazies from interfering with people being arrested, then we wouldn't have a problem as far as immigration in some of these sanctuary cities. But these people can't have it both ways. They can't be the firemen and the arsonists at the same time. Because what I saw from that governor of Minnesota and that mayor in Minneapolis was they didn't tell the crazies to stay home and allow these folks to do their job in peace. They told the crazies you have a right to do it even when they're shooting fireworks, throwing bricks, and burning up cars. That's what I'm sick of. And thank you, brother.
You got it. Anthony, thanks for the call. I appreciate that. All right. Yes, indeed. Hey, trust me. There are a lot of issues. Number one. Number two, I'm predicting nothing. After Trump got 80 million votes, I'm not predicting anything. I was wrong twice. Yes. I'm predicting nothing about the midterms. But I'll say this. I think the attitude of someone like Pam Bondi, you better believe Republicans are nervous about it. Yes, they are. Yes, they damn well are. Without question. You think she helped Republicans yesterday? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, my heavens. My heavens. Heavens to Betsy. Yep. And look, I think it is things like Pam Bondi and that other crazy gnome. What's her name? Christy Gnome? Is why, and I don't know I don't understand why the MAGA folks can't see that, but they can't, and they're going after the messenger, which they always do, which Trump does too. And the Trump-friendly conservative pollster Rasmussen, yeah, they're mad. They're criticizing Rasmussen like crazy because Rasmussen found in a poll in the first week of February, 48% of likely voters say Biden did a better job as president than Trump, compared to 40% who chose Trump. 8% saying the two presidents performed about the same. How about that? All right, back to the phones when I get back. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found Good RX. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's Good RX, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Fantastic February savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, boneless, skinless chicken breasts or breast tenders are $2.99 a pound. In the produce department, fresh strawberries, 1-pound packages, 2 for $6. In the deli department, plain or garlic Eckrich bologna, $3.99 a pound. And additional savings this week, selected varieties of Ken's salad dressing, 60-ounce bottles, 2 for $6.
At Coons Market, a special place in your neighborhood, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. We are Blood Cancer United. We do the most for more people with blood cancer. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
News, weather, traffic, and business every day. Hear it on News Radio KDKA. from the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. Still no sign of Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie. She's been missing for 2 weeks now. CBS's Anna Schechter with what law enforcement is doing.
They're going to be interviewing neighbors. Neighbors were kept from going home last night until like midnight, 1 a.m. Eastern time.
The widow of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny is speaking out after 5 European nations blamed the Kremlin for his death 2 years ago. Russia has denied responsibility.
Now, it's not just words. It's scientific proof that my husband, Alexei Navalny, was poisoned and killed by Russian government and by Vladimir Putin and Russian prison.
In L.A., people buying Valentine's Day gifts are thinking things through carefully.
It's kind of complicated right now, our status, but I had to get her flower.
And they cost more this year. CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keys.
At the UPS store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS store. Be unstoppable.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page, or by clicking on KDKA-Radio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, want to do dinner with us tonight?
I don't know. The kids just left. I think we're just going to stay in tonight.
Oh, come on. Don't miss out again.
Miss out on what?
Catching up with friends. The sounds of winning. Celebrations. Endless laughs. And memories they'll never forget. Don't just hear about the fun. Time moves fast, so go have it. Rivers Casino. Don't miss the moment.
I'm Mike Broniszewski of Sarver True Value.
And I'm Andy Amrine of EV True Value. The temperature can get pretty low here in Pittsburgh. On those cold days, True Value features heat holders to keep you warm from head to toe. Heat holders, hats, gloves, socks, and feet warmers are available in various colors and styles for men, women, and children. Heat holders in True Value, making life warmer. EV True Value and Sarver True Value, proud supporters of KDKA's Warmathon.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania is committed to the communities they serve, ensuring that all their customers stay safe and warm in their homes during the cold winter months. To ensure that no one goes without heat when the temperatures drop, Columbia Gas offers energy efficiency and bill payment assistance programs to make their customers' lives easier. To learn more about the valuable services available through Columbia Gas, call 1-888-460-4332 or visit online at columbiagaspa.com.
The The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sun followed by some clouds this afternoon. It'll be warmer with a high of 50, then rather cloudy, low 37 tonight. Clouds and occasional rain with a high of 45 tomorrow. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, we'll be back on Monday. Lots to talk about. As always, Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6. Catch you on Monday right here, KDK.
Okay, welcome back. I know I have a lot of calls, but I just wanted to tell you that Marco Rubio is making news. Being, there's a huge thing in the Munich Security Conference in Germany. American political stars are there making speeches. All of the representatives from Europe are there. Marco Rubio is there and trying to reassure Europe that because they hate us so much under Trump, they can't stand us under Trump. The Greenland thing has a lot to do with it. The tariffs have a lot to do with it. Everything. They look at that Pam Bondi thing the other day and probably think we are off our rocker. Trying to reassure them. I don't know how much good that's going to do. But and I gave you polling about, inside and outside the United States. We're not very popular right now. And that the MAGA folks love that we're not popular. Anyway, I bring it up because you know who else spoke there? Gavin Newsom. And he stole the show. He stole the show with the American media and the European media, worldwide media, his speech. And he said, I hope there is nothing else I can communicate. If there is nothing else I can communicate today, Donald Trump is temporary. He'll be gone in 3 years. Gavin Newsom, governor of California, who I guess will run for president. He added, it's important for folks to understand the temporary nature of this current administration in relationship to the issue of climate change and climate policy. He slammed the Trump administration's rollback of the 2009 endangerment finding, accusing the United States of doubling down on stupid. I'm under attack and attacked by this guy every single day. He's the president of the United States. He's 80 years old, and he's calling me a nickname an 8-year-old called me. I love or hate Newsom. He's pretty direct and flippant and doesn't back down from Trump. I'll tell you that right now. All right, back to the phones. Here we go. And going in order, so everybody chill. Cynthia in Florida. Cynthia, welcome back.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day.
Say
Michael.
happy Valentine's Day to you too.
I told your screener I could say that to him. My husband would be okay with it.
That's beautiful. I know.
Anybody who says that they want to ignore the Epstein files, somebody needs to check their hard drives. I've been reading them. There are things in these files I can't even repeat on this station.
You're referring to Anthony. You're referring to Anthony's call.
It reminds me of something. He always defended Bill Cosby. Mm-hmm. My husband was friends with Bill Cosby for years. There was a photo in our house on our shelf. My husband took that thing down. But anyway, I have friends who are MAGA. Even though now they were starting to waver about the migrant stuff, what was done to them. They were starting to waver on that. But when I was telling them, and I was telling them to read the Epstein files, they are all appalled. And one of my husband's friends one of the people called him this morning. This man he and his wife, their business lost millions of dollars in contract via Doge. He still supported Trump. He talked to my husband this morning because I was telling his wife to read the Epstein files. They've been reading them. They are no longer supporting this man. He has lost his base. And these people I'm talking about right now are Christian fundamentalists. They're done with this. And you had that caller from Sewickley. I did not see Bondi's confirmation hearing. But and she talked about how unraveled she was then.
Yeah.
She was on the case in Florida when Alexander Acosta gave Epstein a sweetheart deal, that there was no federal prosecution possible. So don't talk to me about why Biden didn't do anything. They closed the door on it.
Yeah, and Pam Bondi kept going on about Merrick Garland. What the hell was she talking about?
No, they closed the door on federal prosecutions. Read the plea agreement that they did with this freak of nature in Florida. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But because people are not, we're decent people. The majority of the people in this country are decent people. They can't support this anymore. I sent you something. There was a father of 3 Marines who was arrested in California. The judge has released him. This shouldn't be happening to people in this country who have committed no crimes. Farmers are suffering because they don't have workers anymore. This ice is melting. Thank the Lord. And by the way, a lot of these ICE employees, they're not getting paid. They haven't gotten the health benefits this administration promised them. Paychecks, nothing. The tide is turning. Decent people will win. And I'm glad that these poll numbers are coming out. And I get a lot of MAGA voters are like, no, we can't support this man anymore. These people that he's supporting are deviants, and these are billionaires. If you read these files, like I said, things I can't even repeat on the radio. I don't want to come out of my mouth. They are going down, and we're going to take them down. Left, right, center, progressive, they have to go. Pam Bondi can't sleep at night because of the things she saw in the files in Florida and the things she has seen now. But she has no choice but to defend this freak. And I bet you any money, these billionaires who are in these files have told her they will crush the economy, just like some of these billionaires who were around Obama when we had the housing crisis. He supported the banks versus people who were losing their homes. These are our enemies, and they're going to lose. And I'm glad to say it. And on a closing note, I'm happy today, too. My heirloom tomato seeds are sprouting.
Say that again? Your heirloom tomato
My heirloom tomato seeds are all sprouting now.
Oh, really? Oh, well, you live in Florida. Guess what? I'll tell you what.
Well, no, it's been really cold here. I was worried.
I know it has. I know, and it's. But there was one night last week. It was in the 20s in Florida or something, I guess.
In 30s. I lost some plants, but I went out I can't have a garden.
Do you have a furnace in your house?
Oh, I had to turn that rascal on.
Which is unusual. I know.
In 3 years. For the first time in 3 years.
Which is unusual in Florida. Wow. Oh my.
So don't say there's no climate change.
But
folks.
guess what? We're in good shape here. We're in the 50s next week, and looks like we're going to be kind of golden until the end of February at least. We'll see.
I'm feeling optimistic, but I want people to call their representatives and have them oppose the SAVE Act because they don't want us to vote.
Yeah, I'm not predicting anything. We're going to see what happens, but the sad part is Americans have short memories. They do, and that's sad. That's very sad.
Well, we have to stay on them. One of these people that was mentioned in the Epstein files works at UCLA. I'm not even going to tell you what he texted to Epstein. The people are trying to get him removed. I did hear that he lost his contract with UCLA. Horrendous emails. Read the files, folks. And like I said, some of my MAGA friends have, and they're telling me no, they don't support him anymore.
I'm going to read the files since you've been saying that today. I'm doing it. Oh, man.
DOJ.gov, and you type in any name you want to.
Did you watch that Pam Bondi testimony? I can't.
Man, I was incensed.
I don't know. I guess I was hoping some of my MAGA friends would tell me who's ever done that before. I don't remember.
Nobody that I've ever remembered in life.
Not even in history was anybody that disrespectful and belligerent.
And any of the Democrats who voted to confirm her, shame on them. But let me tell you something. John Mitchell went to prison. If Trump doesn't pardon her, she's going to prison.
And we're going to see what happens there, too. Cynthia, happy Valentine's Day. Have a good night.
You.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, you too. All right, I will get more phone calls when I get back.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKA-radio.com.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
Crowded waiting rooms, 5 rushed minutes with the doctor. No real answers, just solutions that mask symptoms. For so many, that's what healthcare has become. In and out, no time, no connection. Just another appointment on the schedule. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, it's different. They take the time to listen, explain, and design a plan built around you. Because real relief starts with understanding what's really going on, not just treating the surface. From allergy testing to in-office sinus and nasal procedures, their experienced team uses the latest technology and a personal touch to help you breathe, sleep, and live better. Here, you're not just another number. You're the reason they do what they do. Discover a better way to feel better, one that's built around you. Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-4950. 878-231-4950. That's 878-231-4950.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... just beautiful...
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
As veterans, we've dealt with noise. From chains clanking as they're clamped onto cargo, to orders coming down the chain of command. We can handle that kind of noise. Back home, the noise is different. Seems like everyone's talking all at once and over each other because they just want to be heard. They're taking selfies and oversharing. But we know that it's not about hearing. It's about listening. Listening to what's actually happening with our fellow veterans. Understanding each other because we share the same experiences, the same vocabulary, following the same paths that others have walked. If only we can pick up the trail. Make the Connection is a place for veterans to hear stories from other veterans. Listen and learn about why you're not alone at MakeTheConnection.net.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay, welcome back. Michael Bartley with you on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDK. Boy, we cut to the chase on a Saturday afternoon from 2 to 5. And if you're on hold, you're in. I'm sorry if you can't get through. The phone lines are jammed today, and I mean jammed, because we've been going on about stuff. Believe me. Believe you me. All right, going in order. Yes, I am. David in San Francisco. David, welcome back.
Oh, thanks, Michael. A lot of good calls today. I was just during the break there, I was looking at Don Lemon, and he's talking about how he got arrested. Do you think Jesus, when he was kicking over the tables with the merchants in the temple, is there any equation to what was going on in that ICE church up there in Minnesota?
I'll tell you, that's interesting that, since you said that, a lot of Catholic lawmakers, devout Catholic lawmakers in the House, came after the Speaker Mike Johnson, who they clearly disagreed with him on his biblical interpretation in terms of immigration and all of that. And that was that was a big thing.
Was that an aspect of it as well?
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, this guy, to be what was he, a local director of ICE? And he's steering the flock right over the cliff. Pretty creepy. But I was pretty interested in the beginning of the show. You were talking about how toxic Trump is, and basically, how the whole Republican Party. When I've been saying that Donald Trump is organized crime, and when you look at what Roy Cohn taught him about blackmail, and then you look at the whole inculcation of or getting involved with Epstein, working with blackmail, and a lot of the callers talking about whether or not the foreign influences of Jeffrey Epstein. And in fact, when you go to the British, by dumb accident, some of the first clips that I paid attention to were BBC TV, and they were talking about the British influence, and it wasn't just the, Prince Andrew. It was one of their finance directors, and there were a couple of different upper level British administrators that were forced to resign, but they were basically giving insider information to Epstein. And if I remember right, they had $500 million worth of government assets that had to be sold in order to pay off debts. Pay off the national debt by selling their sewer systems or selling their parks or selling bridges or whatever, and privatizing England to some scoundrels. And Jeffrey Epstein was the investor that was given the advance notice about this stuff, so these guys could put in bids on the assets of England. So what are the odds that the same thing is going on in America? I was paying attention to, I believe it was Minnesota station today, and they have a state park that's suddenly being given national park status. And if you remember, just a few weeks ago, Donald Trump said that there are no more EPA standards in the national parks, that they can now be exploited for mining or lumber or whatever else. So I was warning the people of Minnesota, watch out for this state park being given over as national status. It might not be a park anymore because some mining company will move in on it. And that was up in Duluth, which is, you remember, Wasabi, I think it's called the Wasabi Iron Range. And so there must be some minerals underneath that state park up there. And So Jeffrey Epstein, he had insider information, and whether you could call him an investor or whether or not he was just a rat that was able to transfer the assets of the people into the hands of the big polluters, the Project 2025 crowd. So, yeah, there's a real ugly aspect of the Epstein thing that has to be acknowledged. It's, the assets of the world, or you could look at it as, in fact, I think I've raised this on your show before. They discovered oil underneath Gaza, and the Holy Land is going to be, they'll kill everybody in the Holy Land in order to give it to the oil companies. So fracking the Holy Land, that's Chevron has the fracking rights to the Holy Land. And then Jared Kushner is out there making sure that the Holy Land is expanded. If you know about the development of Israel back in 1948, the United Nations was not interested in giving all of what we think of as Israel into, and specifically Jerusalem. Jerusalem was considered a prime need to keep it as an international city, that no religion was going to manage Jerusalem because it was too important to all three religion, or all three parts of Yahweh's religion, the Christians, the Jews, and the Muslims.
David, thanks. I appreciate the call. I've got to run here because I got to make my break on time for news. Dave, thanks for the call as always. David in San Francisco. Be right back. Going in order.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
There is a 211 number. It's a helpline. Lieutenant Governor Austin Davis is trying to get a hike. It's part of the budget proposal. Joining us is Senator Wayne Fontana.
Certainly a credible and respected organization for many, many years. But it's a helpline for anyone that has any kind of issue.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Larry Richard for CertaPro Painters. I've been a customer for over a decade. Why? Because the professional work CertaPro Painters does protects your home, quality paint, worry-free process, free estimates. That's why I've relied on CertaPro Painters. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
New to Medicare, get covered with MediConnect. Listen Wednesdays around 1:40 to hear Lance O'Brien of MediConnect help you navigate the Medicare process. Simply great, unbiased information to get you the best healthcare coverage. Get covered with MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Allison Keys. TSA workers are again working without pay during another government shutdown, though this one is partial. At Boston's Logan Airport, travelers are sad for them.
I think it is chaos, and I think that we need to do a better job to ensure that the people that protect us are paid.
Sorry for these folks. It's not right. It has to stop.
Lawmakers left the nation's capital yesterday with no deal over funding the Department of Homeland Security. CBS's Willie James Inman explains.
Both parties have been negotiating reforms to ICE and CBP for weeks, but have failed to reach an agreement. Among the Democrats' demands, immigration officers would be banned from wearing face coverings.
It's been busy as law enforcement ramps up their search for the 84-year-old mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. CBS's Andres Gutierrez.
A flurry of police activity not far from Nancy Guthrie's home late Friday night. SWAT vehicles and forensics teams streaming in and out of this neighborhood, where authorities say law enforcement activity is underway at a residence. About 2 miles from there, the FBI and sheriff's deputies investigating an SUV in a restaurant parking lot. It has been 2 weeks since Nancy Guthrie disappeared in the middle of the night.
In Florida, flags are flying at half-staff to mark the 8th anniversary of the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Memorials and tributes are being held all over the state. CBS Miami reporter Steve Majeri.
This is an annual event that remembers the 17 people who lost their lives 8 years ago. You can see photos of every single one of the people who were killed in this tragic shooting here. It's put together by the Eagles Haven Wellness Center. They were founded right after the tragic shooting. The center's mission is to honor the lives of the victims and survivors of the tragic shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
New information about the death of a Russian opposition leader. CBS's Michael Wallace.
5 European countries say tests found Navalny was killed by a toxin found in poisoned dart frogs in South America. Indigenous tribes there use the toxin in blow darts or blow guns when they hunt. That poison is 200 times stronger than morphine. The foreign ministries of the UK, France, Germany, Sweden, and the Netherlands say only Russia had the means and motive to carry out the attack.
In the skies above the Earth.
We did have a docking at 12:15 p.m. Pacific time while the International Space Station was flying over South Africa.
3 astronauts and a cosmonaut have arrived at the International Space Station for an 8-month stay. They docked with the station this afternoon, some 33 hours after launch. The crew 12 astronauts replaced the last crew that came home a month early due to a medical issue with one crew member. This is CBS News.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth. 48 Hours, Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Some Virginia kids are improving their communication skills in a unique way.
Students at Fairfield Middle School near Richmond, Virginia, under the leadership of teacher Nick Lapis, are learning communication and interacting skills through podcasting.
Our mission is to create experiences that get students together to communicate positively, to listen to each other.
The class is helping students, including Yalissa Tuckweiler.
One of the most rewarding things we get out of it is I get to see students come in here. They get to talk about what they like and their passions.
Among other things, the middle school podcasters avoid any talk about politics. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Peak Mardi Gras celebrations are going on ahead of Fat Tuesday. There are dozens of parades in New Orleans along St. Charles Avenue. There are also parades in Alabama, where Mobile is the birthplace of Mardi Gras in the U.S., dating back to 1703. Celebrations also in St. Louis. Allison Keys, CBS.
Can I take your coat?
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Warmer this afternoon, sun followed by some clouds and a high of 50, then rather cloudy, low 37 tonight. Occasional rain, high 45 for tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
Long-range forecasts indicate brutal winter conditions are coming to an end, and not a moment too soon. The numbers show we endured the coldest start to a year since 1994 and racked up at least 25 days with temperatures below 15 degrees, the second most all time. As the deep freeze fades away, higher utility bills are arriving. Electricity rates went up 6 to 10.5% in December. Natural gas rates are up 5 to 6.5% as well. These higher rates, combined with much higher usage during a long stretch of extreme cold, made the 18th annual NRG KDK Radio Warmathon more relevant than ever. And you responded with kindness, helping us raise more than $364,000 to benefit the Dollar Energy Fund. More than 1,000 Western Pennsylvania families in need will be getting utility assistance thanks to your generosity. And you can still make a donation online through the Dollar Energy Fund Warmathon page. To the listeners and sponsors helping Pittsburgh area families stay warm and pay their utility bills, we couldn't do it without you.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Welcome back. Happy Valentine's Day. Michael, I'm in till on Saturdays till 5 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to go back to the phones, and I appreciate everyone being so patient. I really, really do. And now it is, look who it is, Craig in West Virginia. Happy Valentine's Day, Craig.
Same to you, Michael. Same to you.
Yeah.
Well, if I was Punxsutawney Phil, I'd brush up on my resume and do something with LinkedIn because he missed this one by a long shot. I'm going to be golfing by Thursday. Any chance that his last hit is still...
I think is it being like, I think it could reach to 60 one day. There are 2 days this week, I heard.
I'm going to be golfing by Thursday. I just have a funny feeling. They never say his last name. I think it's Phil Trump. I'm not sure, but I'm going to look into that.
Oh boy. Wait, oh yeah.
You know,
I think next Wednesday and Thursday. Wait, no, it could be 60. It could be 60 on Tuesday. Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I missed about 35 minutes of the show. Did Dan call in by any chance?
No, I haven't heard from Danny Boy today. He's probably he's probably doing Valentine's Day stuff. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Well, he called in after me the other day, and he dogged me about I was reading the 10th Amendment wrong. I did not understand, evidently. Let me put together a real quick paragraph here. Number one, the nickname of the 10th Amendment is the Anti-Commandeering Doctrine. The 10th Amendment reserves general policing powers to the state, forming the basis for decentralized local law enforcement and prohibiting the federal government from commandeering state and local officers to enforce federal law. Prohibiting. This constitutional protection allows local jurisdictions to set their own policing priorities. Corey O'Connor would never, ever walk up to a microphone and say that he is not going to back ICE unless he has sat down with a constitutional attorney. These people do not just shoot from the hip. Everything in politics is done legally. You know, put it this way, it is only one person I know that doesn't go through attorneys on their actions. But all normal people sit down. You can't even, when you're in combat, the rules of engagement, a military soldier is told when he can engage and not engage by an attorney, not a general, by an attorney. So, Dan, I never talk to hear myself talk. When I tell you on the radio what it is, Trust me, I've done my research. Now, I was going to go into the whole Pam Bondi thing, but I'm going to back up, and I really wish I'd had time to call earlier because I wanted to hear some of the smart people like Anthony and Cynthia and the Bishop and Luciano. I need some help on this. I truly do not understand the pushback of the black and Hispanic communities on these immigrants. I'm really missing the boat here, Michael. I really am. I would, once again, I'm a white guy, but I would assume that the way that they have both been treated, that there would be a soft spot in their heart for these immigrants. But I'm not hearing that. I'm hearing just the opposite, and I'm just confused on how that is. These people are here legally. I've read every case law there is on the air, but I just can't figure out why they don't have the backing of the black and Hispanic community. I'm missing something here. Can you explain it to me? Or
that's interesting. But I don't think. I think the clear majority of those communities are okay with undocumented immigrants.
Oh, I'm not sure. I've heard.
I don't think it. No, I think they're. I mean, I think the clear majority. I do.
Oh, I'm going to beg to differ with you on that one, Michael. I've heard so many of the longtime callers to KDK, and not only on KDK, on WHBY, a Chicago station. The whole Chicago thing, they were talking about how their immigrants are coming in and taking funds that should be going out to other people who have been here longer. That part of it I kind of get. I do get that. But, I hope over the next week or so that the longtime callers could explain it to me how this is. I just don't understand it. These people have followed our laws. Every single person that was here for asylum has the right to an asylum hearing. And here's the kicker. All these Republicans talk about how we want, it's all for voting and this, that, and the other. Under Joe Biden, the people who went to their asylum hearings, 9 out of 10 of them were not getting asylum. They were being deported. So if it was all about voting and and census numbers, we wouldn't have had 9 out of 10 being deported. They would have stayed in the country with Democratic judges. It just makes no sense. I guess that's where I'm going to leave it. But I just hope that somebody's, I don't know if Bishop's called in or not yet. But
I haven't heard from Bishop. I haven't heard from Bishop today. But what did you want to say about and about Pam Bondi? Because I had Mystic on, and he was going on about his judge friends, his lawyer. Listen, she's the Attorney General of the United States. Do we understand each other on that? I mean, this is. It's crazy.
Yeah, but
I understood Joe's thing too, but because conservative ultra right wing media, some are coming after her today, and Republicans are coming after her today to resign or appealing to Trump to fire her. And, Joe's point was good. It's because they're running scared about the midterms, which is they should be after looking at her.
Well, I'm always going to look at it like this. Donald Trump really doesn't care what people think of him. He just proves that day in and day out. All he cares about is that 15 to 20 million MAGA who back him. Every single dictator in history has been brought down from the inside. The Democratic Party is not going to bring down Donald Trump. Somebody in his inner circle will be the one to bring him down. And when you look at Kristi Noem still having her job, and Pam Bondi, and just like Gary said, the MAGA people I know, they think that what happened in that hearing was fantastic.
Oh, I said that. They do. I'm sure they do.
And they do. But if one of those two happen to lose their job, or Pete Hegseth, one of the people from the inside have enough dirt on Donald Trump that's what's going to bring him down. Somebody in his own inner circle. It's not going to be a Democrat that brings down Donald Trump. It ain't going to happen.
Interesting.
Look at Mussolini by his own cabinet. Adolf Hitler, his own cabinet. Dictators are brought down from their own people, not from the opposing party.
Now, And I know that I'm going to admit it. I'm going to come out of the closet here and admit the fact that I had a lot of fun today with those polls, that even the Rasmussen poll, that a majority of Americans think Joe Biden did a better job than Donald Trump, and that's gotten under the skin of MAGA. And Rasmussen is the Trump-friendly pollster, and now the MAGA people are attacking Rasmussen. Attack the messenger.
Well, who does that news thing that was just talking about energy prices at your station? Not Comanchic, the marketing director.
Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know who you're referring to. It's KDKA?
Yeah, you just ran it on your last commercial before I came on.
I'm sorry about our general manager. That's Mike Spacciapoli.
Spacciapoli, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, you just heard him say that natural gas prices are up 5 to 6%. What happened to Drill Baby Drill? How can it be? He's going to come in. He's going to lower prices. At some point, people are going to say, you know what? Craig had that right. We better start listening to what he's saying. Joe Biden outproduced him, Donald Trump, in oil drilling and in natural gas drilling. And just to revert back for a second to what San Francisco said, the amount of oil that has been found in Gaza, the United States alone would use that in about 65 days.
Wow.
That war in Gaza had zero to do with crude oil.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. I do. Craig, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Have a great night.
All right, you too, Michael. Thanks for taking my call, bud.
Without question. Okay, I'm going to take a break, and I'll get back to the calls right after. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Your source for the AccuWeather forecast. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
Time now for a Black History Month Spotlight.
The National Negro Opera Company began right here in Pittsburgh in 1941. Founded by Mary Cardwell Dawson, it became the first successful African-American opera company in the United States at a time when Black performers were shut out of major opera houses because of segregation. This company created professional stages where Black singers could train, perform, and shine. What started in Pittsburgh grew into a national movement, producing full operas and launching careers, proving that excellence rises even when doors are closed.
Fantastic February savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, center cut boneless pork loin chops or roasts are $2.99 a pound. In the produce department, Sunkist Jumbo, Cara, or Navel oranges, 10 for $10. In our deli department, Coons pepperoni rolls are $4.49 each. An additional savings this week, Eggland's Best Large Eggs, 1 dozen cartons, 2 for $5.
Coons Market, that special place in your neighborhood, a Pittsburgh tradition.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
Attention, Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more. And Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-674-5196. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-674-5196 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-674-5196. Again, 412-674-5196. 412-674-5196.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okie dokie. Fitting in some phone calls before I'm out of here at 5 o'clock. Yes, indeed. And again, thanks. Thank you so much for being so patient. The order is Brian, and then Ed, and then Dick. All right, so I really appreciate your time and get ample time to talk. Brian in Munhall, welcome back, Brian.
Hey, Michael. Good. How are you today?
Fine. How are you doing? It's nice out today. It's nice.
Good. Yeah, sure is. Hey, I thought about sometimes when I call you, I have so many thoughts on my mind.
I know.
And I'll mix them up. Let's just try. I'll try in the brief segment we have fact, fiction, or entertainment. Okay. Here's what it is. The Democrats and Republicans over the last 3 national elections have went tit for tat saying Hillary Clinton said Russian collusion and Trump stole the election. The 2020 election, until Trump brought a case, he thought that election was stolen from him. But nobody was disputing the 2024 election. Hey, I'd like to bring this up, if you don't mind, please. I know, I know you're a religious man, and I am a Catholic. I go to church. I'm not perfect, certainly not perfect. Do you believe in divine intervention?
That's a loaded question. Wow. I think I do. Yeah, I do.
Well, my opinion is
I've seen some things in life that I think are sort of miraculous, and yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
I think it happens on an individual level. You know, you can't necessarily prove it. The apparitions that Catholic children have had over the years, like the Mass, like Mary, the Mother of God.
You mean like Our Lady of Lourdes and things like that? Mm-hmm. Medjugorje.
I guess unless you were there, you can't. Maybe you couldn't believe in it. But here, let me bring this up, please. It's important. I think possibly, maybe he's forgotten about it, President Trump might have had that. That was divine intervention, that he wasn't shot in the head and killed. And I'll bring up another instance. If you don't mind, please don't take it the wrong way. You've seen the file footage of actual videos of President Biden either ascending or descending the steps of Air Force One. He's the only guy I've seen that falls up the stairs. And, I'm not going to laugh about it.
You mean Trump? You mean Trump?
No, President Biden.
Oh, I saw Trump fall up the stairs, too. Yeah.
What? Okay, okay. No, I'm not going to dot you. You know what, though, Michael? Here's where the divine intervention comes in. If President Biden would have descended the regular stairs from the highest level of that plane and fell head over heels, we would have had Ms. Harris as president. That was divine intervention. I really and truly believe that. I mean, you know what? It bothers me a little bit. I know you hate the guy. He has that.
Whoa, Brian! I don't hate anybody. But if you're asking me to believe that, are you saying divine intervention? God wanted Donald Trump as our president. First of all, I don't think.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, I know that's what you're saying. First of all, I don't think God. I don't think God involves himself in our politics. I really don't. And number two, to believe that would be divine intervention for someone who lies pathologically, who slept with a porn star while his wife was pregnant, someone who makes fun of a person with a disability, someone who has absolutely zero empathy for other people, somebody who believes that a former president, his wife, putting racist tropes on there that they're apes. I don't think that would be God's candidate, and I don't think Joe Biden would be God's candidate. I don't think there's divine intervention in our politics. No, I do not.
Yeah. Hey, what? One last thing, real quick.
So divine intervention. If Donald Trump missed that bullet, I think that I don't think that had anything to do with God. And I know, and if you think that way, then you think that God wanted to murder John F. Kennedy. I don't think so. I think God is an all good, all merciful God, and I don't think God involves himself in our politics.
One last
Does that make
thing.
any sense? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, no, I do.
All right,
listen
okay.
to you.
All
Hey, but were you or any member of, I'm not castigating the whole Democratic voters. Weren't you in the least embarrassed or ashamed that Joe Biden would walk on the debate stage and air shake somebody that wasn't even there? I mean, you called this guy a president, really?
Was I embarrassed by that?
I guess. I'm sorry.
No, not really. I was way more embarrassed of Donald Trump than I'd ever be of Joe Biden. No.
Well, I mean, you know what? That's just showing. I don't understand that. I mean, it came out. They controlled him so meticulously. He'd wander off the stage and didn't know where to go. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah, Donald Trump falls asleep in meetings with people giving testimony, and that was something so important to them. That's terrible too. I don't get your point, Bri.
No, well,
I'm not getting it.
I'm sorry. We go tit for tat.
These guys are 80-year-old men. I don't know. And I think if you're advocating for a younger president, I'm all with you, my man. Brian, thanks a lot. I got to run, Brian.
Thank you, Michael.
And call me anytime. Okay. News coming up in 2 minutes.
Every family vacation looks different. Maybe this year it's ocean waves in Myrtle Beach. Maybe it's lake mornings in Deep Creek. Maybe it's palm trees and turquoise water in St. Thomas. Wherever your next memory takes you, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the space, comfort, and experiences that bring everybody together. And when you book direct, you get the best homes at the best price without the extra fees. Start planning your next trip at SWAC, SWACK Vacations.com. That's SWACVacations.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. It's my husband, it's my sons, it's me. When we take a case, we see a family just like ours. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. It's an honor to fight for you when you need our support the most. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and your family.
Morgan & Morgan, 603 Stanwick Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lawyer will handle Pennsylvania cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
We can be twinsies
to
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
News, weather, traffic, and business every day. Hear it on News Radio KDKA. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. If you're flying, don't be surprised if TSA agents seem just a bit frustrated today. CBS's Willie James Inman.
TSA agents will be among the thousands of essential workers required to continue working without pay after government funding for DHS lapsed early Saturday.
3 astronauts and a cosmonaut have arrived at the International Space Station just over 33 hours after their launch from Cape Canaveral.
And contact confirmed. Dragon made contact with the International Space Station at 12:15 p.m. Pacific time.
2 Americans are on that crew. They're staying there for 8 months or so, replacing the astronauts and cosmonaut that returned early because of a medical issue. If you're asking where is the love on this Valentine's Day, well, just try New York's Times Square, where several couples have gotten married.
Your happily ever after starts now, and you may kiss the bride.
CBS News Brief. I'm Peter King.
A warmer, safer winter in every home across Pittsburgh is why NRG is proud to sponsor the 18th annual Warmathon and honored to share in this city's generous spirit. When you pick NRG as your energy supplier, you'll have the power to do more, like earn cash back and travel rewards, or even contribute to local nonprofits just for paying your bill. With NRG, giving back is built in. Learn more and switch today at picknrg.com.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Y108 presents Odyssey, The Night Before, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, starring Jason Aldean.
Hey, what's up, Pittsburgh? I'm Jason Aldean.
Wednesday, April 22nd, inside the Event Center at Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. You can't buy a ticket to this show. You can only win your way in. Details at y108.com. Presented by Miller Lite and brought to you by Pool City, True Green, Giant Eagle, and Broken Bow Records. Must be 21 plus.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found Good RX. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's Good RX, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sun followed by some clouds this afternoon. It'll be warmer with a high of 50, then rather cloudy, low 37 tonight. Clouds and occasional rain with a high of 45 tomorrow. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, we'll be back on Monday. Lots to talk about. As always, Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6. Catch you on Monday right here, KDK.
Okay, welcome back. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh on this Valentine's Day, KDKA. Back to the phones, and I want to thank all my callers today. We got slammed with phone calls. I want to thank everybody for being so patient. If you didn't get through, don't worry. We'll catch up. It's all right. Relax. Ed in Canonsburg. Ed, you are on KDKA, and I appreciate your patience. Thanks. Hi.
Sure. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, same to you. What are you and your lovely wife doing?
We went out to eat early today, and we had a great time.
Did you? I was thinking. It hit me. I was out to dinner last night with friends out in Oakmont, and I was thinking, and it's one of my favorite places to go. And I asked the waitress. I said, "Well, how busy are you going to be tomorrow night?" And she's like, "Sold out," and it was sold out 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's right.
And it just hit me that I think.
Yeah.
This is there's no way you can get into a restaurant tonight, right?
Yeah. No, it's tough now.
I would say so.
But I was listening to Anthony and your last caller from West Virginia, and he said he doesn't understand why some of the other people don't get involved. They have. They've got shot. Okay. Trump likes controversy. He's deflecting everything. Okay. History will teach us to resist. And that's what we're learning right now. And it's going to take time. Okay. Now, with Anthony, fuel, food, textiles, paint, hardware, even dog food, everything is up. Okay. Is it going to go down? Probably not. Maybe just a little, because these CEOs love it. They're making a ton of money. Okay. As for the Epstein files, he wants this all diverted, and we have to keep at it because of what's going on. That's his game, Trump's game. He wants to divert everything.
Last week on or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. No, I think it was last week. Chris Christie, who I like a lot, he's on that ABC Sunday morning show that I watch, and they said another millions of documents dumped. Is this the end of it? And Chris Christie said, "There will. When it relates to the Epstein files, there will never be an end to it." And I think he was right. I do.
Yeah.
I don't care what they throw out there. I'm I just think people are never going to trust what they get, and there will always be questions about it.
Yeah, and the far right, they'll never change. It's just like the far left.
I agree with you on that. I know after you've been calling me for years, and I know you're a moderate like me. I just don't get it. I'd love to get along with people, but I just can't. And I get along with people, but I can't understand, and I can't relate to the extreme far left and the extreme far right. I can't do it. I don't understand them.
Yeah, well, you know what? ICE is really putting a havoc on people, and I told you about that one girl.
Yeah, you did.
She has to get a lawyer, so that's all I can say. That's all I know. That's all I'm allowed to say. But, they're citizens, and they're affecting just the people that live here. And it's making us very stressful.
It is. And then today,
I'm supposed to get off Facebook.
It's totally stressful. It is, and I wouldn't blame you for taking a break from social media.
Yeah.
And today the story came out that ICE management has admitted that 2 agents may have lied in the shooting death of a migrant.
I read that.
Yeah, and that's going to be coming out and going on too. And this thing is, I don't know, this thing is, Ed, this thing is not ending anytime soon.
It's not. I talk to people. I tell them what I'm reading in the paper. I'm telling the statistics. They're moderate or they're in the middle groups, and I tell them they're arresting. They're not criminals. 70% of the detainees aren't criminals.
Correct.
And I just wish these people would know that. These people have been working all their life here, 25 years. I'll tell you what, I know a jeweler. He's been here. He's 60. He's still not a citizen. He came over from Spain with his parents.
Yeah.
He's afraid to take the test.
I know a lot of people who have been here for decades as well. Not a lot of people, but I have acquaintances who came here for they've been here for decades, and for one reason or another, and there's fear. I guess I don't know why they didn't years ago go through, do the test, and and I kind of maybe don't understand that, but it's their business, not mine. But in the sense that
it does take time.
I know it does. I know it does.
It takes a few years.
Oh, you're not going to be a U.S. citizen in a week. And there's some hoops you got to jump through and all that type of stuff. And I understand all that. I do, and I think that's okay. I think you have to do it, and to show that you're, legitimate and you're not a criminal and you're going to pay your taxes and that you're good, and that's okay. But I think those folks have great regrets that they didn't get moving on this now, because they're in danger of getting thrown out of the country.
They sure are.
And they've worked for places for 20, 30 years, do you understand?
Yeah. The one son's going to W&J. The mother's staying here. The father, they took him out. And the one daughter's going to go with him to Guatemala, and so they're separating. They're breaking up families that were good people.
Yeah, and
I just wish these MAGA people would see this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And from their standpoint, whatever Trump does, they're good with it, and they no matter what he does, he claimed that Rob Reiner's son, who was schizophrenic, murdered his parents because his parents weren't Trump supporters.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, and I guess they were okay with that. They didn't criticize him.
Yeah.
He put up a thing that that Barack and Michelle Obama. That meme, whatever that was, and
oh yeah,
and then
I know.
He's claiming that a staffer did it, and a reporter asked him last week has the staffer been disciplined, and he was kind of stuck for an answer, which led me to believe, of course, there was no staffer. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But
No, there wasn't.
I mean, come on.
He would have been gone, and you would have
hello, and you probably would have found out who it was. Come on.
Yeah.
Wait, did they really think we're that stupid? Come off it. But in any event, no matter what, they're okay. You know, they're okay with that. Whatever he does is okay. I don't get it, Ed, any more than you do.
I don't either. And it's going to take a long time.
A long, long time. But I'll tell you, it's interesting that, hey, look at even the conservative polling today. That I told you, Rasmussen, the Rasmussen polling, and MAGA's after them now because MAGA has alternative truths, and MAGA's going after them because they legitimately reported their results that majority believe Joe Biden did a better job than Donald Trump. And Rasmussen is the conservative pollster, and they can't deal with that. And then look at the Republicans, the Republicans who are up for election. Are they going to get any satisfaction demanding that Pam Bondi get the hell out? I don't know. I
have one more question.
Yeah.
Earlier you were talking about voters that don't have a birth certificate. No, my mother-in-law was born in her house, and I don't even think she had a birth certificate. She didn't drive, so she actually had a driver's license, but she couldn't drive. It was her ID, but that was it, and a Social Security card.
Yeah.
So you got all these elderly now that, some were born in their house.
Yeah, but the birth certificate thing, and I know, and it's a hoop to jump through. You have to. Why did I need a birth certificate? I needed it for something. I didn't have my birth certificate. Hello. But I went downtown, found out where I went downtown. It took me 20 minutes. The guy was so nice. But you go down to the state building and they tell you, and there it is, Michael Bartley. Yeah. Mercy Hospital, born at 2:37 in the morning, blah blah. It's interesting that they know all that, but it's records. And but I'm saying if someone doesn't have the capacity to go down and get it, I get it. But I tell you, that voter ID law, I don't think that has a prayer in the Senate. That they had passed the House, they going to pass it over to the Senate. I don't think it has a prayer.
Yeah. I agree.
Ed, have a great night. Enjoy Valentine's Day with your sweetheart, and I appreciate the call.
Okay, thank you. You too.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, but thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Okay. One last segment. I'm going to check in with our favorite feel-good person, a guy that I love when he ends my shows because he's so nice and always just such a good guy. And he makes us feel good. And that's Dick from Dayton. No, none other than Dick from Dayton. And we love him here in Pittsburgh. I don't care that he lives in Dayton, Ohio. I get a lot of calls from Ohio. I get a lot of calls from around the country. But Dick from Dayton takes that cake. And that's tonight. And today's the Valentine's cake. He's coming up.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company, larger than light, and brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Larry Richard for CertaPro Painters. For more than a decade, I've been working with CertaPro Painters doing great work for me, and now is the time. Get a free estimate, get on the schedule at the right price. You never have to wonder what's next with CertaPro Painters. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more. So you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You are getting ready right now. Getting all dressed up for that fancy dinner. You're going out on Valentine's Day. Enjoy yourself. You enjoy yourself. Oh, man. And my last caller, how fitting. We always feel good when Dick from Dayton is on. Dick, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. How you doing, Michael?
Good. I'm good. How about you? What are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Well, yesterday Bob came, from Xenia. He went to Cedarville, and he's got music, so we had about 20 in the audience.
I love when you say those Ohio towns. We don't know. We never heard of them before, but we love when you say them.
Cedarville is a home of Mike DeWine.
Okay, go ahead. But I love when you say that, and I'm like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and those places are toward Columbus. As far as you go down to Rio Grande and all around those places, they play the music, and they had with Craig and I, and then they had Glenn was good, and then Bob sang. And we got a guy from church, Rob. I don't think anybody could play harmonica like he did. Oh, wow. He just rocked that house. And then there was
because I know
the senior citizens.
I know the assisted living place you live in. I know, but are they having anything today for Valentine's Day?
Not too much. Oh yeah, they had a little bit of music, but Jeff plays bass. Oh geez, I'm telling you, they were doing. I'm trying to think. Doc Watson, and we were going through "Do Lord" and "All Fly Away" and "The Circle Being Broken" down by the riverside. It just went over and over. It was so good,
That sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. And so there's no special dinner though tonight. Any cupcakes around there?
Well, we had some. They had some for trivia today, but it's going to be nice now because I think the spring fall, and I'm doing good in history class. The teacher, she went to Miami, and she's got a lot to celebrate. They haven't lost in basketball. Miami University.
Oh, Miami of Ohio. I know.
Yeah, Miami of Ohio.
Yeah,
but,
I like them.
People know me. I go to places and stuff. I can't even sit down. But, music is something my dad taught me, and all my friends come by today, and we had a good time, and I go to Bible study tomorrow. But music is something I love. You know what I mean?
And music, we need music. We need it. We need it to so we can escape from the madness of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
how's Margot?
Margot's great. And listen, I had Chris Moore on the other day, early in last Sunday. Tomorrow's his final show.
Yeah, he loved me, didn't he?
Yeah, 32 years at KDK Radio. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Is his last show, So you better call.
He enjoyed my talks, didn't he?
Yeah, you better call him. You better call and wish him good luck. You hear me?
Yeah, he liked me, didn't he?
Oh yeah, everybody likes you because you know why? Because you're a positive. You're a positive influence on.
Yeah, that's what everybody said today. Yeah, Dick is. He's either a musician or they said in the thing where Hyder said he's out making a new friend in music and telling us about all these teams and. On these big talk show hosts I get, they're amazed, you know what I mean? It's kind of nice.
Yeah, hey, Dick, how do you stay so positive?
I just been that way. In school I was slow, and then I went on, and then Dad pushed me through. He would get me through these little tests and stuff, and let's go to another place. You can go to school, but he was for a while, and he most admired me. I didn't see him very much. I'd go to the home, but he just wanted me to keep going to play music. He'd give me gas money, but that's as a family, and my family always were, all good people.
Yeah.
They play,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, I love it.
Well, we love you, Dick. Happy Valentine's Day, and have a great evening. What are they having for dinner there at the place?
I don't know yet, but I talked to you guys. One of the guys in here, he listens and says Dick's he knows people in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we love you in Pittsburgh, and I love when you say those little towns we never heard of in Ohio. Dick, have a great night, my friend. Take care.
Take care.
Happy Valentine's Day. And happy Valentine's Day to you, too. I think I'm going to sneak in tomorrow evening just to shake Chris Moore's hand on his last show tomorrow. From 5 to 9. And that's it. Hey, have a great evening. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.